card! Great!
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's.
How's it going, everyone? I am the Dungeon Meister, and welcome back to the table. And we are back on Shadowverse today, and we are completing our spy family trio here by looking at a Bloodcraft deck that I thought was extremely interesting, which is a combination of the Evo archetype and whatever the hell this new, 20 or less wannabe deck wants to be. That's 10 or less. So I was extremely skeptical about it going into it. And coming out of it, I still want to say I am extremely skeptical of it, but it was a lot more fun than I anticipated it to be. This is a very fun deck. It's hard to say whether it's good or not. Off the top of my head, I want to lean towards no. I don't think this has any ladder viability whatsoever, but it is definitely fun to play, and if it is played correctly, you can pick up some wins here and there. But in my honest opinion, I think the 10 or less is just way too steep of a requirement. You don't get to 10 or less cards until you're on minimum your 7th turn. And currently every deck in the meta right now will kill you on turn 7 or before turn 7. And so to have a deck a win condition that goes that requires you basically to go until turn 8 is insane. I think 10 or less is too much. I think if they changed this to 15, I think it would be more feasible. You could probably get to 15 by 7, but that's still kind of a stretch. I mean, back in the day when you played 20 or less Mysteria, even getting down to 20 cards was, at least 6 turns, and every single card in their deck banished stuff. And I mean, you've got some stuff here, this guy banishes, so they all function the same way, where they banish 2 cards from your deck, and then you banish a card from your hand, put it into your deck, and then draw a card. And so this guy does it, she does it, she does it, and she does it. So there's a handful of cards that do it. And then this is kind of the quote-unquote boss card of the deck, where eventually when it gets to 10 or less cards and you draw it, it gains +3/+1, and then it has Storm and Drain, so it becomes a 7/6 unevolved. If you evolve it, it's a 9/7 or a 9/8. I'm sorry, but it doesn't So the whole point of this card is that if it gets banished from your deck, you summon a copy, it hits the field, and then it bounces back to your hand. Right? That's great. However, it doesn't get its own effect because it's not being added to your hand from your deck. It's being added to your hand from the field. So, if you have 10 or less cards, you want to draw this card. But if you play, one of these guys that's in your hand that lets you draw cards, or anything that lets you draw cards, or not draw, but, if you play any of these guys that banish stuff from your deck, if you happen to hit Milnard and banish it, she hits the field, bounces to your hand. She's just as useless as she was before. I don't know. I think, above all else, they need to change this so that she benefits from her own effect. Because what is the difference? Because you can't get it in the early game. If you, happen to banish her really early on, it doesn't do anything because she only gets it if you have the required amount. So, this needs to change. It is incredibly frustrating because the odds that you, because she always shuffles back in whenever she's banished, because she goes to your hand, but then you'll probably put her back in with one of these guys. And so by the time you get to 10 or less cards, there's still 3 copies of her in the deck. Chances are, if you banish 2 things, you're probably going to hit one of her copies. And that's just, I don't know. I'm very triggered by that. It drives me insane because it happens way too much. But other than that, sorry, I went off on a real big tangent. The deck is supported through the Evo archetype, because the Evo archetype not only gives you like a secondary kind of win con, at least like in a way to help you push damage a little bit, also helps you get through your deck. Blooming Dancer draws a card on Last Words. This guy draws 2 cards. Kyrie is very good. Basically draw 2 if you evolve him. Asken Shiori's draw 2. Alice's draw 2. Basically helps thin down your deck while also giving you a secondary engine to help keep you alive through the mid game. My only real big change that I would make to this is I was not a fan of Lin and Alfie at all in this deck. It doesn't synergize. Like, it synergizes with the Evo part, like, very minimally. I feel like I would always rather play anything else than this card. So I feel like I would cut this down to at least 2 and bring Lawful Evil up to 3. Like, you need as many of these Banish cards as you can get, and then her secondary effect of reducing your damage taken by 1 is very nice in the Mysteria matchup. So I would cut this guy down to 2, her up to 3. Maybe even cut this guy in general and then find some of the other cards to play. But that's kind of up to you. This is the list that I ran with, and it did work. That was kind of the only minor change I would make. And then I do want to mention before we get into the games that I included the final game in here. I actually ended up losing, but it was such a good game. It was I loaded into a mirror match, and the game was just so wild. I'm like, I have to include this. Like, it was such a silly, fun game. I was like, this has to be in here. So look forward to that. But this is the list that I use. Feel free to make your own changes and find what works for you. This is what worked for me. Let's go ahead and jump right into the gameplay.
Heaven's blade shall judge you. Heaven is where my love abides.
You lack finesse. Scarlet Knight, colored so delicately.
You will abide by the contract. Not an invalid interpretation.
Welcome home! We've been waiting.
I want to be someone's hope too.
ついてこられますか?
Everyone's hopes are riding on me.
Only conquest can sate my
Everyone.
appetite.
I'm sorry.
Come near!
You're so kakkoi! The curse, it awakens in me. Tatsusarinasai! Here my wings are free. The madness! Another town, another dance.
Compassion's light fails to reach them.
I can't hold it back anymore. A brand new adventure awaits.
I could not reach them.
Our beauty will surpass all creation. The curse, it awakens in me. Have a taste of beauty. The madness!
The omerta is the tide binds.
Is this? Face me!
Uphold the oath to the end times.
Prove thy fealty. You have been...
A brand new adventure awaits! You're so kakui!
Do I look like I care?
逃がしませんよ Ew! I don't like you like that!
My heart sings your praises.
通りすがりの人妻です Time to shine, Daria. Three, two, one. Enjoy!
This place never leaves you.
You're so kakui!
Next time I go all out!
My crimson arts will soar.
Well then.
Scarlet light, colored so delicately. Let's ring in a miracle!
Burn to cinder.
I fall!
I want to be someone's hope too.
ついてこられますか
Everyone's hopes are riding on me.
Another town, another dance. Loud.
Oops, too much firepower.
Heaven is where my love abides.
My crimson arts will soar. Burn to cinder.
That was fun! You ready for the good stuff?
I won't hide my blazing heart anymore.
Everyone, I'm sorry. I want to be someone's hope too.
立ち去りなさい
Everyone's hopes are riding on me.
Only conquest can sate my
Everyone.
appetite.
I'm sorry.
Scarlet light, colored so delicately.
Class is in session.
Oh, hateful
From my body grow these horns!
Heaven is where my love abides.
You know where to stab to get the best
You
scream?
will abide by the contract.
You know where to stab to get the
逃が
best
しませんよ
scream?
Law is the devil's
Another town, another dance.
Class dismissed. Overexerted.
predictable.
You mustn't come close. Going beyond dimensions! I should have known. Come on, let's go!
My crimson arts will soar. Burn to cinders.
Oh,
This is my
hateful
magic!
Prove thy fealty.
You're so kakui!
Our beauty will surpass all creation. Have a taste of beauty.
Ouch. Three, two, one. Ring in a miracle.
Enjoy.
is this? Love?
This is my magic. すみません。A brand new adventure awaits. You're so かっこいい.
You know where to stab to get the best scream? Stab to get the best scream?
Ow! Ugh. Oh! Woo! You got the stuff.
通りすがりの人妻です。
Who rules the night sky? None but me.
よろしくお願いします。 Heaven is where my love abides.
Scarlet light, colored so delicately. Scarlet light, colored so delicately.
I want to be someone's hope too.
Oh, hateful light.
You're so かっこいい.
Everyone, I'm sorry.
The curse, it awakens in me. I fall. Welcome home. We've been waiting.
Heaven is where my love abides.
I want to be someone's hope too.
Unto the night.
Everyone's hopes are riding on me.
No. The madness. Another town, another dance.
Oh, hateful light.
Have a nice day.
I want to be someone's hope too.
ついてこられますか?
Everyone's hopes are riding on me.
The curse, it awakens in me.
Only conquest can sate my
Everyone.
appetite.
I'm sorry.
No. The madness.
I am a king!
That was fun. A brand new adventure awaits. I can't hold it back anymore. Another dance.
Powers of darkness, aid us in our quest.
The gold moon waxes.
We are the night, devoid of light.
The curse, it awakens in me.
We'll drag evil into the light of day.
Our beauty will surpass all creation. 立ち去りなさい! How repulsive.
The madness.
We'll find you, even in the shadows.
Have a taste of beauty.
That was unexpected. That was no ordinary prey.
That was fun. You're so かっこいい. Scarlet light, colored so delicately. Follow me, little bats. Here my wings are free.
Only conquest can sate my appetite.
I can't hold it back anymore.
Prove thy fealty. Our beauty will surpass all creation. Have a taste of beauty.
I am a king!
Figured it out?
Only conquest can sate my
Is this
appetite.
love?
Powers of darkness, aid us in our quest.
The curse, It awakens in me. A brand new adventure awaits! No! The madness!
That was no ordinary.
You will abide by the contract.
Powers of darkness, aid us in our quest.
Predictable.
Prove thy fealty.
A brand new adventure awaits!
That was no ordinary prey.
You will abide by the contract.
Our beauty will surpass all creation. You have been born. Have a taste of beauty.
Not an invalid interpretation. Predictable.
The curse. It awakens in me. A brand new adventure awaits! No! The madness! I can't hold it back anymore!
Not an invalid I interpretation. want to be someone's hope too.
A pledge to the ivory. You're so kakkui! Welcome home! We've been waiting. A brand new adventure awaits! In my heart, suffering.
Heaven is where my love abides.
You know where to stab to get the best scream?
It awakens in me.
The shadow of my love.
Everyone
No.
is right and
The
sorry.
madness!
You know where to stab to get the best scream? You know where to stab to get the best scream?
How surprising!
You know where to stab to get the best scream? You know where to stab to get the best scream? You know where to stab to get the best scream?
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along.